if you watch just Endgame by itself, it is a 2-layered cake with no icing on it.
Okay.
If you watched Infinity War and Endgame,
Okay.
you now have a 3-layer cake.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And if you watched Infinity War, Endgame, and Captain America Civil War, you have a 3-layer cake with icing. Everything beyond that is extra icing.
Uh, uh,
Cause when it comes to why is Iron Man and Captain America not really getting along? Why is there a division? That division is explained in Civil War.
yeah.
Because if you just looked at Infinity War and Endgame, that scene doesn't make sense.
Right. But
Like you
now,
need Civil War for a scene to make sense. Everything else is just kind of like, oh, that's cool.
so then my question would be, how would Civil War make sense to you if you didn't see Captain America 2? Because now it's kind of like in your analogy. Yeah, you have this cake with this icing on it, but you know that cake you just made, you ain't put no yeast in it.
All right, man, we getting into ingredients and shit.
No. What I'm saying is like, in order for you to understand Captain America 2, Captain America Civil War, you'd have had to see Captain America 2. Because then now, if you just turned on Civil War, you'd be like, who the fuck is Bucky? Well, first of all, you'd be like, who the fuck is all these people? You'd be like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like,
That means, like, at least you would have seen them in one other instance before bringing all these people. Like, because if your first movie you watched was just Infinity War,
mm-hmm.
my God, is there a lot of people with names?
Yes, there are
Yeah.
a lot, you know.
Okay, so you would at least knock half of that out the way if you saw Civil War.
So
You don't know. I mean, you don't
true.
know the Guardians people, but you see the Spider Man.
Yeah.
You see the Black Panther. Like you see Scarlet Witch. You see you see other names outside of the normal Avengers. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see
I saw this
most
first
of
and
Earth,
last
you
movie.
see most of Earth's heroes, most of them.
Yeah. Yeah, you see most of Earth heroes. So when it comes to watching Infinity War, it's like, okay, you don't know the Guardians people, but that's kind of it. And then once they get to Wakanda, you may be like, okay, what is this place? Oh, that's Black Panther dude. Okay, that's his people. Okay, outside of those two, you kind of got a gist of the other people.
But see, so let me ask you this question: do you think when they had to go back in time to New York, to where Thor was, and to where the Guardians were, when he knocked out Peter, do you think those scenes would have been as impactful to somebody who hadn't seen the first Avengers, who hadn't seen Thor 2, who hadn't seen Guardians of the Galaxy?
I mean, yeah, they are definitely gonna be more impactful. Like the more movies you've seen, but I think the scene is still portrayed in a way that it is impactful. It may not just be to that same degree. Like, all right, I'm trying to think of another comparison. For instance, okay, so all right, this is a Dragon Ball Z reference.
Oh yes, we had to do it. We could not go.
All right, so all right, it's a Dragon Ball Z reference. Okay, so I watch Ball after I've watched the entirety of Dragon Ball Z.
Okay.
So at the start of Z, I'm introduced to someone named Goku.
Okay.
A few other characters,
Fair,
and Goku ends up dying.
Fair. That's fair.
Okay, I was like, oh, that's weird. Like the main character dies. Much different if I saw Dragon Ball. I saw this little kid grow up to be a man, to have a kid of his own, and then for that dad to now die and leave his family behind. Way different.
Yeah.
I can still understand, like, oh, kid, like main character just died. Oh, and he had a little son that actually got some of his dad's fighting ability. Okay, this is interesting. But okay, I think the dad may be coming back because, they showed him like on the other side with King Yama, that kind of stuff. But I'm just like, okay, that's an interesting way to start it off versus oh my god, they killed Goku.
So let me ask you this question. Did your rating or opinion of Dragon Ball Z change any by watching Dragon Ball?
Yeah, it did.
So it's kind of like you got that extra oof.
Yeah, because if you just watch Dragon Ball Z, if you just watch Dragon Ball Z, it's a lot of characters. You'll be like, these niggas trash.
Yeah.
Yantra's trash. Tien's trash. Chaozu's trash.
Oh, half the Z fighters are trash.
Like they trash. But then when you just slowly roll them in, be like, oh, Goku ran up on Yamcha in the desert, and Yamcha gave him them motherfucking hands. It's like, oh, okay. Now, if I knew that ahead of time, and then like Tien,
badass.
Like not mentioning Z, Tien won one of the World Martial Arts tournaments.
Right.
Like, huh?
He was like one
some of that ball dude that get his ass beat.
Yeah, Yajirobe was actually a formidable character.
Oh yeah, when you first see him, like he's moving ultra quick with the sword. Like he had real promise at the start, and then fucking life or whatever happened to him. But yeah, so you would have a different feeling of all these seemingly meaningless characters in Z. Like Quarren, that's the nigga that got the beams, right? That's about the extent of Z. Yeah. It's the nigga with the beams.
All right. That's fair. So, you know what? I'm going to let you go on this right here. And I'm going to try to wrap this up in 90 seconds.
All right.
I want you to rate Endgame on a scale of 1 to 10 if the only thing you saw was Infinity War and Endgame.
I would give it a sorry, I got distracted. I'd give it a 7.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rate Endgame if the only things you saw was Endgame, Infinity War, and some sprinkled regular Avengers movies in there. Just some random ones. Like Civil War was
8.5.
Now rate Endgame if you saw all 22 films.
9.
I agree.